To be a good communicator, you also need to be a good listener. There's no yin without the yang. They're correspondent, just like reading and writing. You can't have one without the other. So, the best way to describe how a good listener looks is with body language. So, your body language is basically telling them they have your undivided attention. You are looking them in the eyes, you are nodding, even smiling. You are reacting. You are reacting to this person's story, this person's conversation. You are going to always react. And not in the most dramatic way, right? You're not going to sit there and start crying or get angry, but you're going to let them know every word they say, you are listening to every word they say. So if they start saying, oh, and then my cat, he escaped. Oh my God, oh. But you're not going to talk over them. You're not going to say anything. You're just going to react, right? You're just going to react and you're going to maintain eye contact. Another big thing about good listening, your body language. So crossing your arms. If you're listening to someone, you are not crossing your arms. This is portraying a boundary. A boundary basically saying, I'm uninterested. I might be listening, but I ain't hearing you out. I don't care. This is just basically me pretending to ignore you. Body language is everything. This is not how you listen to someone. This is how you get mad at someone. This means you're mad. You're upset. So project a more relaxed, position for your arms, position for your body, and look more relaxed. Look like you're really interested in what they have to say. Listening has everything to do with what you look like and not just you understanding what they're saying. You can still be confused by what someone's saying, but be a good listener. It's all about portraying being a good listener. You can't portray being a good communicator. You just got to be a good communicator, right? But you can portray that you're listening, right? This doesn't look like a good listener. This does not look like a good listener. This looks like someone who is mean, someone who is angry. But while this person is talking, like I said, you're going to react. You're going to give your emotions. You're going to give your feelings on this person. And one of my biggest tips that I do, because I'm a woman, and I also feel like women are the best listeners. We just know the point of view. We know how to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and feel for them. We are very empathetic. We're very sympathetic. We have sympathy for people. We have empathy for people. So women, naturally, we're gravitated toward listening. We can listen to you. We are able to have compassion for you. So that's basically what listening is. It is having empathy and putting yourself in that person's shoes. If they're giving you a story about what happened to them, pretend it happened to you, because that's what anyone would want to do. That's what anyone would want to feel like someone is relating with them. Someone is like, wow, they understand me. They know what I'm going through. Even though you don't, you are projecting like you do. You are giving your perspective as if you were in their shoes. That's the best way to be a listener. That is the best listener. To be a good listener is to have a point of view of them. To put yourself in their shoes. It's the best way. And then also just reacting to however they're talking to you, whether it's something sad, angry, happy, just react. Don't be there straight face like, who listens like that? Who listens without any emotion, without any, you gotta have a connection. And listening is part of a conversation. You might not be the one talking, but you are still allowing a conversation to happen. You are part of a conversation. So you can't be acting like you're not listening and, not giving any eye contact, letting them just talk. No. In order to be a good listener, you have to be part of the conversation. So don't interrupt them, but add something on. Add something on after they say something. It's not that you need to be a good communicator to be a good listener, but you also need to know when to speak. Don't be disrespectful. There's no need to interrupt or to, talking over anyone. That's disrespectful. So being a good listener is also knowing when to speak in a conversation. If they're done speaking and they seem like they want your input, give your input, give your feeling, give your emotion, and just react. Nothing has to be concrete. You know, listening is just about letting the other person get everything that they need to say off their chest. And it doesn't have to be dramatic, doesn't have to be something that's drama. You know, it can be just a simple conversation. Let them finish first. Always let the person finish. That is the biggest dilemma I feel like most people have. The bad listeners, you know, they don't let them finish. If you are a bad listener, you are probably interrupting them, crossing your arms, you know, feeling narcissistic towards what you want to talk about. A narcissist is someone who picks and chooses what they want to talk about and who they want to listen to. That's not a good listener and that's not a good communicator. That's a narcissist. So let's not be narcissists out here, you know. You are not the only person in the world. In order to be a good listener, you have to understand that you have to let them speak. You have to let them get it all out. And then you can talk. Then you can let them know how you feel, even if it's against what they have to say. That's how you start an argument. That's how you start a debate. You know, that's different than a conversation. That's argumentative. But, you know, to have a conversation and to be a good listener, it's not that hard. You know, it just takes a lot of patience and swallowing of pride. Sometimes it just takes a swallow of pride so you don't look like this disrespectful listener, like you don't care. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today, and I hope you were listening.